Yes, Anshu.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, so let's get started. We are almost at 5 minutes past 10. We have three PRs filed that we will go through review today. First one is 7051. We'll also plan to cover 7194 Sonic Yang model for port channel interfaces list. And the last one that we have in the list is the Yang model for COPP. The last one was filed by Dell team. First two, I believe, will be driven by Broadcom team. I do see Akhilesh and Arthi on the call. So Akhilesh, would you like to share your screen and we can get started for Yang model support for NAT?
Sure, Anshu.
Okay, let me stop sharing and please feel free to share your screen.
Yeah, sure. So, able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, morning team. This is Akhilesh from Broadcom. I present the Sonic Yang model support for the NAT, and I've written this Yang model based on the Sonic Yang model guidelines and based on NAT config schema. And going to the files directly, I've added the Sonic NAT Yang to the setup.py file as part of Sonic Yang models. And this is the sample config DB schema for the NAT. In the NAT, we have 5 config.db tables. And as per the Sonic NAT HLD, I can show the HLD here. We have around static NAPT table and static NAT table and NAT global table and NAT pool table. And the last one is NAT bindings. So I have added all these 5 tables to the sample config.json file. And coming to Sonic NAT Ang, I have declared the module as Sonic NAT and the corresponding namespace. I have given a prefix of SNAT. I'm using the standard version. And I have imported INET types for the IP addresses using in this Sonic NAT Ang. And I have imported Sonic ACL because one of the binding table is dependent upon the ACL. And the below lines are most common to all the Ang files. And coming to, I had a few type depths here. One of the type def is NAT clear parameter. This is one of the clear command in the NAT where we're going to clear entries and statistics and its corresponding description for this. Entries clearing dynamic NAT entries and statistics clearing the NAT statistics for the static as well as dynamic. I've added the both as enums in the NAT clear parameters as type def. And coming to NAT type, we have two types here. One is SNAT and DNAT. SNAT is nothing but source NAT, translating the source address, and DNAT is a destination NAT. The corresponding destination address is translated. So I have declared as part of NAT type here. And coming to one more type def is IP protocol type, which is of type TCP and UDP. Here we are supporting only two translations prototypes here, TCP and UDP. And corresponding mode, we have a global table in the NAT where we mention like whether NAT is enabled or disabled. So for that purpose, I have added a type def of mode, which says enable or disable. And in the NAT, we use IP addresses translation purpose, where a single IP, a range of IPs. So for the purpose, I added a string which of pattern using a pattern. This description says that this denotes single IP address or a range of IP addresses. And coming to containers, the first container is static NAT NAPT. If you see the schema here, the first one is static NAPT. Here the key contains global IP, IP protocol, and global L4 port, were separated by a vertical bar, and the parameters is local IP, local port, NAT type, and twice NAT ID. Here NAT type and twice NAT IDs are optional parameters. The same thing I have written here. For static NAPT, we can see static NAPT list, and the key is of type global IP, IP protocol, and global L4 port. And global IP is a single IP here, IPv4 address, and L4 protocol is UDP or TCP, and global L4 port is INET port number. Coming to local IP and local port, these two are mandatory fields for this table, where it contains IPv4 address and it contains port number. And the last parameter is NAT type here. So last but one. Here NAT type is whether it's SNAT or DNAT. The default one is we'll use DNAT for the table. And here last parameter is twice NAT ID. And the twice NAT is type of uint16. And the range is of 1 to 9099. And if exceeds the range, we have error message as well as error app tag. And the second container is static NAT, which is more similar to static NAPT. If you see the schema here, static NAT is like here we won't see the port number. That's global IP and local IP, and NAT type is same like a above table, NAPT table is SNAT or DNAT and twice NAT ID. The global IP is the key, and local IP is of IP address of type, and the leaf NAT type is of SNAT or DNAT. Default is DNAT and twice NAT ID. The same like previous table. The twice NAT ID is used to club as source NAT, destination NAT, which will become a double NAT. The third table is NAT global, where the key is the name of the table. Going to the schema, NAT global table is of values is a fixed one. The name of the key is value is a fixed one, and we have a admin mode which is enable or disable, NAP timeout, and NAT TCP timeout and NAT UDP timeout. And here the name is a fixed value, so we use the enumeration of enum values here.
Yeah, I have a quick comment. I think all those leaves we don't see the description. We need the description.
Okay, sure. I will update it. Yeah, and admin mode, the type is the mode, and default is enabled. And NAT timeout, and we have a range for the NAT timeout of type uint32. Out of the range, we displaying error message as well as error app tag. And NAT TCP timeout, it's more similar to NAT timeout. The range are different, used for TCP purpose. Out of range of this value, we have error message and error app tag value. And the similar for UDP timeout, we have a specific range of 120 to 600 seconds. It's if one out of the range, there we display the error message and error app tag. Coming to the fourth table, the content is NAT pool. NAT pool has pool name and values as NAT IP, which is of single IP, a range of IPs. And NAT port, we have a range of ports, which is optional parameter here. Here, pool name is the key and is type of.
What is the default value? The NAT port if it's optional.
Sorry. Default value for the NAT port.
Yeah.
No, we're not setting any default value for the NAT port here. Sometimes when we use NAT pool as a static NAT entry for the NAT entry, we update only IP address. So for when we update only IP address, the table contains only NAT IP. So it will be used for dynamic NAT purpose without any port. Is it clear?
No.
Okay. Generally using the config command, right? When we create this NAT pool using the, I will show the command.
By the way, did we say all those leaf the name should be name instead of pool name and those things?
Okay. Okay, should I make it to name instead of pool name?
Is that right, probably?
I think for interface we followed that method, right? Meaning like a NAT pool is already mentioned, so that's the reason. Like, do we need to explicitly say pool name, or we need to just go with name?
I think we are giving name right now to every such keys.
It seems not consistent. I show the NAT bindings later. It's called the name, but not NAT binding name.
Yeah.
And then their pool is pool name instead of name.
Yeah, if you go down to NAT binding, I've had a name here. Mentioning it, right?
I think recently there was a PR where we change everything to name. So until unless there is a strong reason, we usually just give name.
Sure, maybe I can update this from pool name to name. Yeah. Coming to the pool command, right? The user can give pool command without the ports. So at this step, we will create the pool table without any NAT port. Like what we see in the schema, right? Without any NAT port, we're creating the NAT pool table in the.
PNAT. It just it's no longer, you do not translate the port, right? So
Yes.
okay. I think you need to make that as a description, right? So
Sure. I will add the descriptions for every leaf here, which was missing in this PR. Since like from NAT pool, we can define whether it's a NAT translation or NAPT translation. For NAT translation, we just declared
so
NAT
I
IP1.
have a question. I have a question on the NAT port, right? So you have the pattern, but it's really you need to within that UDP or TCP port range, right? So then how do we make sure that, because you can input the port 999959 here it's valid, but it's not really valid.
Yeah, right. We're specifying the length also here, maybe 1 to 32 characters for the pool name.
No. NAT port, right?
Yeah.
You have this pattern, but the pattern doesn't really constrain the port.
Okay. Maybe type should be the NAT port, I guess, instead of string.
No, I mean, Akhilesh, pattern might be okay, but it should be a valid range. So we need to make sure that it accepts only the valid range, not like, as Guhan mentioned, 999. Make sure that that's not accepted. Yeah.
Right, I will update it. Sure, I'll update this one.
So I have one question on this NAT pool. I think in the NAT XLD, there is a limit of how many pools we can configure, right? So how do we accomplish that restriction?
Yeah, generally we have something like max element. I don't know whether it's supported in the ANG model or not. Based on using ANG elements, we can define how many pools can be created. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong.
So Yeah, it's if you say version 1.1, I think in version 1.1 that makes or even before it's
Max Elements is supported. We are
supported,
using.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I should add here Max Elements.
So that is in the 6020 RFC or 7950. I mean the which version or from the start it was supported. Yeah, basically if it's supported from the later version, then maybe at the front you have to say Yang version, and after that you can use the Max element, and it should work.
Sure. When I use 1.1 version, I seen some compilation error by using Max Elements. So that's the reason I removed from this here. Maybe I'll update the correct version and add the Max Elements.
Correct. Then we need to find if it's deprecated in 1.1, and then so yeah, those kind of thing. Basically, we need to find one as per the RFC, which RFC say specified.
Sure, I will find out. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe someone can give comment in the PR if you found anything regarding the version and Max Elements.
Sure. We'll yeah, I'll try to do that. Let's see.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
The net port, so the pattern here defined here, the port is going to be used pretty much everywhere, right? If the Yang modules reference to the port. So the port type can be defined in the common types, right? So that we don't need to locally define types for the net port. So somewhere in the common type definition, supposed to have a common type definition for the physical port, right?
This is the range, Kwan.
Yeah, range. I'm talking about the range type definition.
If range
in the
is
common,
used commonly in English?
Yeah, I mean,
it's used
in
only
the
here
Yang,
or it's used common?
in the Yang.
In the Yang, I see from INET we have port. Something like I'm using here.
Also, your NAT IP is a range there. So,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
how do you just put a single IP address there? I don't quite understand there. That one is also a range, right? So
No, we are giving just a possibility to user, like he can give a single IP, global IP, and he can configure a set of port numbers. So that one is allowed in the NAT. So for that purpose, we are assigning single IP.
Are you referring to the pool?
You mean pool? Yeah. Yes.
But your example, the NAT IP is a range, right? So if you see the line 704, that is a range.
You're asking about pool, right?
Yeah. If you go to your example, that's a range.
I will go to the schema.
No,
these
not,
like, yeah, okay.
Akhilesh, in your sample config.json, you mentioned for the pool table, right? So NAT
Yes.
IP is a range and NAT port is also a range. But if you see the syntax, right, it's just an IP address, not a range.
yeah.
Yes.
Is it, I don't know how it is accepting the, range here with just type IP address.
Okay. Let me check.
Yeah, you just see that. Yeah.
Are you mentioning this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have added a union here.
Oh, IP address is a local one. It's not.
Yeah. I'm using IP address defined and a union of type IP address and a string of a range of IP addresses.
Oh, then you'd better. Can you define like IP address range here? Because it's confusing, right? So.
Okay. Sure. I will update this one, IP address range.
It is better right now itself. You keep on writing those comment as well, right? You have PR open, so just keep on writing these comments, I guess. That will be better, I guess.
Sure.
Then for NAT port, it could be a single port as well, right? So, or, you know, it has to be a range there.
It has to be range only.
Okay, IP address can be single IP. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So how do how do we deal with, you know, I saw those like mode, IP address, those type defined, should we put into a common place or should we define in this YARN model, in this YARN file?
If mode enabled, disabled, or if any other yanks are using, then we can move to common part. If no one,
Yeah,
I
I
will
think
stick to.
Sonic
Yeah.
common types.yang. I think that is the right place to hold the common type definitions that are supposed to be used across all the modules, right? Especially like a port, IP address, all those things, admin mode, upper mode.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
What
Sonic
is that?
types dot Sonic types.
Sonic common types.yang, something like that. Do we have
Yeah,
one?
Sonic types.yang. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sonic types.yang.
Yeah, that is in the open PR right now.
Okay.
I think types is already there. Sonic types.yang should be in already.
Okay, so I think then we are adding more to it. So
It's under test.
Yeah,
no,
no,
Yang
it's
models.
model.
Yang models.
I think it's alphabetically sorted, so you should see last. Yeah, third one.
Sonic types dot yang. Okay, I see all the types here. Sure, I'll update mine also from to this file.
But Akhilesh,
So
this
will you
admin
add-
mode is kind of a feature enable disable, right? Not up down, correct? Or what
Yes,
is
yes,
that?
it's not up down, not up down. Maybe
So
I will
what is
add
this
specific
admin
to.
mode? Is feature enable disable? What is that?
Yes. I will move based on the type def as a NAT mode, something like CRM transient type. I will add similar one here.
For adding description, right? So you need to, you know, for example, explain what is NAT pool, right? So those description will also be added.
Yeah, I will add everything descriptions for all the leaves. Yeah, I'll update this after the meeting.
I mean, not just leaves, right? But container.
Okay.
I think it's better to add the comments in the PR itself, right?
Yeah, I think you are.
taking a note.
Yeah, you are taking a note. You can add the comment in the PR. Yeah, in PR itself, so that it will be better to check next time that those comments were given and be addressed.
I mean, add now itself only.
Yeah, now itself. So on those lines, you just keep on adding your comments. Maybe go in file change. You can go in file change and then go in file change, and on the line number itself, you can add those. Yeah, if you go down, like for IP range, there was a comment, right? So on the same line where it says IP address, we can say, yeah, this line number 64, you can add a comment that maybe we need to change it to IP address range. So yeah, similar to this, so that all comments are recorded.
So what is the method for putting it into types? Is it like the common types, or see if you put like a NAT admin mode, that's not common, right? That's specific to NAT. See, the
Yes.
intention of the common types is like multiple Yangs can use it, right?
So this
Yes.
value is enable disable for admin mode, right?
Yeah, then we need to put a generic leaf name,
Yeah.
like a
So
status or
basically,
something like that.
yeah, instead of net admin mode, it can be even admin mode. Like if it classify like that, like we don't need net admin mode necessary, we can name it admin mode and enable disable, then we can put it in solid type. But if something is very specific to net, then yes, it makes sense to put it in net.
But
Do you
here
think we
also
have
the
any?
CRM threshold and other stuffs, right? I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
Correct,
I
correct.
think this one is not common to the all, right? Like
Uh,
this, I can
Correct.
update the NAT also.
Ideally, it should be something like threshold type and everything. So that would have been more better, but it's not. But it's good to it's good to add those things here. So, but if we can basically what I'm saying is if we can remove that common name, let's say for admin mode, it doesn't make much sense that it is specific to net. So somebody else can utilize by just saying admin mode.
Sure, it makes sense. I will use admin mode in the common part.
I saw some of them are like mandatory or not, right? So, for example, in the NAT pool, your none of your attribute is mandatory. Is that expected?
No, if you see static NIPT list, the local IP and local port are mandatory.
No. In your NAT pool.
Okay. Yeah, NAT pool, the NAT IP is the mandatory.
Oh, can you
No,
add that?
this one.
Sorry, I had a question. So if somebody sends Yang data without the pool name and with just NAT IP, that would get accepted, but that will not be present in config.db, right?
Without pool name?
Yeah, because you here pool name, you're not saying it's mandatory.
Key, right? That is.
It's key, right? Without key, it's not able to create the table like this.
I understand, but then should that be made as mandatory?
No,
Key need not be
not to
mentioned
be.
as
Is it
mandatory.
needed? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, key name is mandatory in the Yang syntax.
It's automatic, meaning like implicit, right?
Correct.
No, but implicit for us, right? Not from.
No, from a Yang perspective, I'm
No,
saying.
from Yang perspective, it is equivalent to the mandatory.
Oh, I see. So
Okay.
if you don't specify, if you don't have a leaf with the key name, then the parser will throw an error.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, validation fails in Libyang.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, just to let you know, right? So you are using this review mode. So after that, you have to press finish your review on the right button so that it will be published. Otherwise, it's all pending.
Sure, I will do it. Yeah, in the last content is an NAT binding, where we have the name of the key is the name of the bindings. And here the name is of type string, which is of length is 32 characters. And if out of range, I'm displaying error app tag. And here NAT pool is a mandatory leaf here. And the type is of leaf reference. This from the NAT pool name. The pool name here.
We have to add a comment here, right, to change it as name. The pool name to name.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you can refresh. I probably already add that. If you can just refresh your window. I think I added. No,
Just
not
name.
change to pool,
Name.
but change
Not
to name.
name.
Yeah, so.
Oh, sorry.
You can just press finish your review to get published.
Okay, I mean, one more container is there, right? So I will complete it and I will push it.
So also for the error tag, right? The error message is missing. Can you check in all the places?
Yeah.
Error message is also there.
Yeah. Here, this errors. And coming to NAT pool, it's manatee parameter and type is of leaf reference is a reference to the pool name above the table. And we have an access list here, ACL name, and it's of type of union. If user can create the NAT bindings without ACL and with ACL. And if user creates without ACL, it contains null string here. So if user adds a ACL, I'm using a leaf reference here, which equals to the ACL table name. And the default is the, if user doesn't create any ACL, the default is the null string here. And
yes, you also have this type string also pattern. No, I don't. I'm not sure I quite understand the syntax here. So if the default is string, that means it's choosing the type string in the union. Is that correct?
Yes. So I mean, because right now in sample JSON file, you see I'm using as a empty string here. So to make
Why
it
do we need
compare,
it, Akhilesh? Is that it can be my optional one, right? Optional field, right? Why are we mandating here? I mean, putting empty string. It can be as good as like not, having that field itself in the table, right?
right? Like in one of the use cases, like user configures the ACL while creating the binding. At the next step, he can remove the ACL in the binding itself.
They
So
can
while
delete the
field will
leaf.
be removed.
They can
it will
delete the
remove.
leaf.
Sorry.
They can delete the leaf.
But our
delete the leaf, but right now we are replacing with the empty string in the config command.
Yeah, no, I think that is what Venkat is also trying to say. So if user want to remove that binding, instead of making it as an empty string, they can delete the leaf.
But our backend handles this deleting access list table. I mean,
no. That's what I'm saying. When we're trying to remove the ACL from the binding, it will remove that access list with the empty string instead of name.
Correct. So if our backend actually doesn't handle the case, then we need to put this default as empty string. That's what I am understanding. You put the default empty string because the backend doesn't handle removing the access list once it's added.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. No, generally,
From Yang
the
perspective,
backend
it doesn't look good, Praveen. I understand the backend problem and handling.
But Yang is written to make sure that backend doesn't crash. So if we need to change the backend code first and then it changes, right? So that's the thing. Yeah, that's the dependency.
Right.
Because this is common thing for multiple things, right? I mean, you can have like this for other cases as well, but we are handling the leave, delete, and doing it right. So that's why I'm just.
Leave delete is fine, but the backend, once that entry is added, if our code is written in that way that we are allowing removing of the field, deletion of the field, then we are good. But otherwise, if we take it out from the config DB, the backend will not react correctly, and then it defeats the purpose of the Yang. That's
Yeah,
why
the point is clear. It has to be, it can be done incrementally. Now it can be like this, and then once backend supports it, it can be changed. Yeah.
Correct. Basically, once backend changes, we can change this part.
Yeah, this is just exception. Okay.
Right. Yeah, and one more leaf is like NAT type. NAT type is of SNAT or DNAT, and default we use SNAT here in that bindings. And the last one is twice NAT ID, which is similar to all the tables previously explained. It's out of this range, you will see error message and error app tag. And coming to ClearNAT, right? The Venkat Mahalingam already gave some comment here. If we have any use case with our RPC in the community today. Actually, for clearing a NAT, we are using RPC, clearing here type is of clear parameter. We send entries or statistics. Entries means like we are clearing dynamic entries. Statistics means for we clearing statistics of all the entries, including static and dynamic. So is it supported? Maybe as per the Venkat Mahalingam comment.
No, the RPC backend implementation, right? It is not there in the. It is there only in the management framework, right? It's not there in the. So that is why we are.
Praveen, what is the current scope? It's kindly doing only the validation, right? Not any RPC handling, right? That is that scope for future work, or like what's the plan, Praveen?
You're asking me, right?
Yes, yeah.
I don't have much idea about this right now.
This
So
is like an
PM
RPC.
perspective, what will it do? RPC, does it recognize or it ignores or?
No, I didn't get any error, something like that when I add a RPC. But as per the guidelines, I see from the management input and output, we have to mention those parts I have mentioned as per the guideline only.
Yeah. But I'm trying to understand the use case, what we will do with this RPC. For other Yang models, we do the validation and other stuff, right? For the config.db.json and other whatever the configuration user is doing, right? But this RPC, I'm not sure the purpose.
Like if you use some clish, right, where we will clear the parameters instead of click. So at that time, we will use RPCs for clear NAT.
No, I get from management framework
perspective,
but from community, right?
I not no idea about this one. So
because there are RPC for other cases as well. We did not push those changes. For example, BGP statistics and other statistics, right? Interface statistics. We have not really pushed those changes to the community yet for review. So
yeah. But I think it's also not needed because I thought like we will ask in the review and I will remove it. I will remove this one.
Yeah.
Just want to know that Yang 1.1 has not only a set and get related Yang syntax semantics, but it also has action and RPC to allow us to take actions based on that particular configuration, right? Like a default interface, all those things. Action and the RPC is one of our key elements in the Yang statement. So we should be able to support it anyway.
So here conclusion is like, so can I go ahead with removing this part?
I think we can remove now. We can bring it later if required. For community, this is not required now.
What is RPC? Sorry, what is the purpose of RPC?
RPC is action. right? So there are
Action.
two statement Yang 1.1 Guhan.
What is
So
action?
action is nothing, is not like configuring something, but you do like a reset system, for example, or clear,
okay.
yeah,
Alright.
default, yeah, clear the configuration back to the default ones, for example. There are multiple things like that, right? So there are two statement. One is action. You can apply action right into the list, say list or container, or you can define separate Yang node as a RPC. Here is one of examples RPC.
No, you can think of not like a clear all configuration. It is more of a dynamic stuff. So it is to trigger a start over.
How is this RPC related to the config DB? It doesn't relate to the config
It doesn't
DB,
relate
right?
to config DB. That's why we are telling we can
No,
remove.
you may be related to the config. It may be related to the config DB, right? As I said, the default interface, right?
Case by case quant, but this one is not related. So
I'm not talking about this specific. I'm talking about general Yang semantics, right? So Yang community, they define that exact reason why they define the action and the RPC for the config tree.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for the Sonic and model support for the NAT. Actually, right now I'm facing some compilation issue, like dynamic port breakout is failing. Is it due to the changes of this ang file? Should I need to add any test cases for this?
Dynamic port, no, it's going fine.
Which Yang file?
No, I will show the error. When I run the error, I see this Sonic utilities Python wheels got failed. I see breakout process got failed here for one of the test case. And I'm getting this port breakout failed. Is this something to do with ang file?
Yeah, go.
have to rerun.
Test case is failing. This should not.
Yes, test case failing. Yeah, even I'm surprised. I don't know how it will be, because here it accessing all the ang models.
Yeah, it will try to load all the Yang models, and but the configuration which it will work for will not include NAT as of now.
Yeah. I won't use any ports also in my Sonic NAT.
Yeah, you won't use, because for this test, as I understand, the configuration is fixed, but it will work on all the Yang models.
Okay.
So okay, I'll note it down. I'll have a look at this. Why this test case is failing.
No, you said because of internal cleanup not done for those ports used for NAT configuration. The leaf refs, right? When breakout happen, it expects before port delete, all the cleanup should happen.
So you have the leaf ref to the port Yang model, but I think we won't have that configuration when we do this port breakout test.
I think he has a test case, Praveen, for NAT, right? Do you have any interface used here in this JSON?
No, this JSON file is mainly it will just validate that whether the new Yang model is loaded correctly and it is able to work on this. Like it is a single container, the container name is same, that kind of validation it will do. So breakout actually ideally doesn't have any relation as such as I can recall. So what I'll do is I'll have a look at that, like what exactly is making that fail. Any other test case is failing? That just that, right?
Only I think 2 test cases are failing.
But
Because I
technically, like
run,
Venkat said, we have other builds successful in other PRs.
Yeah, it should be some relation, but right now it's like let's see what internally it's doing. I'll just have a look. This happens as part of Sonic utility, as I understand, and
No, is
yes,
it
yes.
is it
so
because of NAT using the ACL and ACL uses the port?
Yeah, maybe yeah, NAT use the ACL, that's sure.
Yeah, because the ACL test case might be using a port breakout. I think that might be the reason.
But it says invalid value.
yeah, invalid value.
Ethernet 9.
Okay, correct. Ethernet. I think this seems something else because the configuration which is coming for this test cases doesn't come from even Sonic utility mock table or any other table. The configuration is actually inside the test case itself, as I understand.
Yes.
So the basically the if configuration itself is not there, it should not fail because of other model IDD. So I'll have a quick look. Maybe something else got committed in between as well, or something else.
Okay, because I tried twice build, and the twice I see the same error.
Exactly same thing is very.
Yes.
Is
No,
it
but
because
here
of,
it might be that's right. It's saying that if you see this here, because the NAT is using ACL, and ACL, if you see right, it might be using the ports.
But the configuration is not there, right? Which I mean, the configuration on which this dynamic port breakout is happening, that configuration doesn't have that NAT and ACL relationship, right?
Breakout
test
might be
case,
happening
maybe.
for the normal ports, right? But ACL might be using the same port.
No, breakout didn't went through. Sounds like that, right? Because Ethernet 9 is not a normal port number unless somebody do the breakout. Otherwise,
True.
Ethernet 8 and 12 will be there, right? So it looks like breakout didn't went through and it's trying to use
Right now,
that port
Ethernet
number.
9 is not available.
But I have one question. No, is it because of the branch is not up to date with the latest master?
This is separate branch or this is master branch?
This is separate branch for the PR, right? So
No,
if it is not
no,
up to date with
no. I
master,
think no. The merge, the validation process, like whatever you are commit in, will always bring your commit to the top of the master and do the merge, and then after do the validation. It's not like taking your exact commit to the validation.
Yeah.
So it's not the fork master.
Yes.
Okay.
So Akhilesh, in your test, you are not using either for ACLs or anything Ethernet 9, right?
No.
Yeah, JSON doesn't have.
And Sonic utility, which we are building here, Gohan, it just depend on the commit, right? Which is there in the super repo.
It's in the build image repo, right? So
correct.
If this PR hasn't updated the Sonic utility, then it's using the Sonic utility commit from the current master.
Correct. So it will be the commit ID which is there on the super repo, not the entire code.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, I'll have a look. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it happened due to something else. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll have quick look. Yeah, this doesn't look related as such.
Yes. That's it from my side. I will incorporate all the review comments in a couple of days. And one more question is like, I need to add some test.json file to validate purpose for the NAT.
Yeah. Missing the test, right? So yeah, you definitely need to add those tests.
Okay, something in test.json file, right? In Sonic Yang models.
Yeah.
That file has been split into feature specific now as per recent PR. So we have to introduce a NAT specific JSON file.
Yeah, something like valid and not valid validations, right?
Correct. Yeah. So inside this Sonic Yang model test, and there will be a folder Yang model test. And inside that, there are I think test configuration folder. And inside that, we have those JSON files. I'll provide a comment here, maybe. And then under that, as per our guideline, what we do is for each pattern and leaf ref and watch condition, you should have a test case.
Yeah, we can open the next PR, Aarti's PR, that has a sample as well for Akhilesh to go through. She has followed that.
So,
Put the
Aarti,
PR
will
number.
you be sharing your screen, or Akhilesh, you will be will you be sharing your, or will you be opening 7194?
Hey, do you guys actually have a constants on the tab for those young model? Is that like do not use tab, only use spaces? Do we have that kind of yeah?
Yeah, actually, ideally, most of our files are like using space. But I think I see there is one or two file which is port channel or like that, which is using tab. So what I'm thinking is we should use space for tab in each file. So maybe in between whatever files are using tab, I think I'll just update in a single shot.
Yeah, but I think the ask is that for the future, those JSON files, right? So all use space 4, right? So do not use tab.
Yeah, I think they should use space 4. Otherwise, it will become a little clumsy to.
Something
so yeah,
similar
from
like
now
this, right?
we can use space 4.
The test, like you mentioned, something
Yeah,
like
something
this,
like
right?
this.
Yeah.
PRF.json. Instead, you can have nat.json and.
Sure. I will add on. Yeah, I will add on.
So there are two files. Yeah, this like test and test config, and we'll need
test
both.
and test config. Yeah, sure. I will take care. Yeah.
There is a Python file where you add this mapping. That's it. Yeah. You can take a look on that PR.
Yeah, I will take it later. Yeah.
If we have time, maybe we can go through this RTPR.
Yeah, so we have 4 minutes left. Shall I start with this?
I think
we can start and have some initial comments, and if it takes more time, then we can shift it, Aarti.
Okay.
Let's start. You share. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see your screen. Yeah,
okay,
we
yeah,
can.
thank you. Okay, so this PR brings in port channel interface list and the VRF YANG. So in port channel interface list, we have two attributes. One is the name and one is the VRF name. So the name is basically the port channel name, and this is the key for this list. And the other attribute is VRF name. So the type of VRF name is basically a leaf ref, and it picks it from Sonic VRF's VRF name. So right now in this list, like we are bringing only, the key and the VRF name with it. Now Sonic VRF is also new, so I have included that in this PR. So if you look at Sonic VRF YANG, so in here, like we have the VRF list. So again, like this has two attributes, which is the VRF name. And here, this name is the key for the VRF list. And the other attribute is fallback, whose type is Boolean. So like for VRF name, yeah, I see this comment, let's, it says like change it to name, like and not use VRF underscore name. So
let's change it. Let's change it, Aarti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll address this comment.
Yeah. That is a pattern we follow in community. So all the leaf refs also need to be adjusted to it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll make that change. So the type of VRF name is a string, and we have defined a pattern for it. So the value can be either default or it can be VRF and with some letters or underscore. So YANG wise, like these are the only two lists that's coming in this PR. And if there are no more comments on the YANG, we can move on to the test cases.
Sorry, one question on the name. So today for VRF, default VRF, we don't use a default name, right? In Sonic, do we?
Default is the one we use for Sonic, right? In Sonic, right? For
No,
default
but
VRF?
by default, Sonic doesn't have any VRF. We don't create like a VRF.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
not required, Arvind. So by default, it's implicit basically.
Right.
It is implicit, but the thing is, wherever if you want to configure, right, as this a parameter as a leaf ref, in that cases, this pattern
Right. So this will be mainly for non-default VRF, right?
mainly for non-default, correct?
Right. So then maybe we can remove the default pattern from there.
I think default is added for the, as Sabha mentioned, it's for the leaf refing purpose,
Leaf
but
ref,
we in the VRF manager we are ignoring it. If you get a VRF name with default, we are just ignoring it. This is to cater to the Yang needs basically. So nothing beyond that.
I'm sorry. Where are we ignoring this?
So in the VRF manager SWSS,
correct.
if we get any event with the VRF table key default, we are just ignoring it.
Oh, that is already there right now.
That's the, I don't know whether it's the change is pushed to the community, but that was the one we discussed earlier in the community as well.
Okay. Yeah. If that changes, then maybe we can add a comment here that it's been ignored. Okay. Because otherwise it will be confusing, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Because by if we don't have any VRF, then we don't have a default VRF. But you can push config with the VRF name default.
Okay, so I'll check that code and I'll put a comment in here.
And also you add list the port channel interface list, but I don't see you updated your example. Your example only has a VRF. I'm missing something there.
I do have a port channel. Okay,
separate
so regarding
file.
Yeah, so regarding the test cases, right? Okay, so if you go to Yang model tests port channel.json, I have included 3 test cases for the port channel.
Not test cases, but the sample config DB. Where's the VRF?
Okay. Yeah, okay, in the sample file, yeah, okay, I'll include one, right? I have only the VRF.
Let's add a comment.
Okay.
And what is mandatory? Oh, so the VRF name is not mandatory, right? So
it's not mandatory. Yeah, it's not mandatory. Yeah.
So today, when we say IP address, we may not need to specify VRF, right? But because of the leaf ref, do we need to specify that mandatory or?
No, it's not required.
It's not required.
In case of default, it's not required. In case you want to associate that L3 interface to a VRF, non-default VRF, yes, we need it.
The leaf ref purpose is just to make sure that VRF is there in the system. Other than that, it's not, unless otherwise it specify the leaf attributes mandatory equal to true, it is not mandatory.
So basically, I'm talking about those configuration where we just say IP address and we just put the curly braces and we write nothing inside it, right? That will be supported, right? Because it just go in that port channel interface Yang model.
Oh, this was not in the IP prefix list. So basically, this will be the key is just the port channel name, and inside that we have a leaf attribute.
Yeah, we just say port channel name and we just write curly braces, right?
Correct.
So that part will be supported because if we write just the curly braces, which means there is nothing